week before coming down in particular, I was at a point where I could barely think properly. I could barely do anything other than just function. It was hard to move, it was hard to communicate. It was limiting my ability to be present and to show up with others in the ways that I have always been capable to, in the ways that I'm meant to truly be of service, and to receive all of the support and resources that are here for us to utilize to make a greater impact on all of our family that's awakening across the planet. Now, it was something that with this made it harder for communication. This made aspects while trying to process these wounds and traumas come up to be triggered in other relationship dynamics with my beloved, with other coworkers, with people that we were co-creating with. And after deeply praying and meditating to find that level of support and assistance is when Kevin was guided into my field. The spiritual is one with the physical, and the physical is one with the spiritual. And it was very clear that no matter how deep we could get in to clear this trauma from the body, and that I needed somebody that had the wisdom and the experience to work through the physical layers of the nervous system to help drain out this neurochemical residual. Now, I was a little bit hesitant because I've always, it's hard for me to trust others in a world where so many people are claiming things, but very few can really show up to meet at that capacity that's being expressed or shared. And so with how hard it was for me to function and process and do the next stages of my own work for myself and for others, I didn't know what to fully expect. So by the time I went down to go through this, I was just amazed at how incredible the space was being held, because with this level of trauma healing, you really need a safe space to be able to process and release this out. With each with each sequence that Kevin went through in my body, with each point that he went through to apply the pressure to drain this, there were periods of time where my body was just seizing out on the table and shaking. My muscles were spasming and my wings were just flapping back and forth as I'm having ancient languages that are just coming out, deep records that are held within my body that were now being given that space to process. So much crying, so much release, and without ever feeling rushed, without ever feeling like a level of impatience, or without feeling like there was something that was going wrong on my side. Kevin held this incredible pillar to allow this to be processed, to give that space to allow this to come out before moving on to that next sequence. And to go through and to have so much released and cleared through each sequence that was going on, and then having that period of integration throughout that week to allow the deeper layers to unravel, which then allowed all of the work that I had been processing that had been brought up to be released from the body, but was only being able to be released a small amount at a time, was now being able to be drained out of the body in full. By the second session, the depth that was reached was just phenomenal. And it wasn't until going through the third session with this third layer that there were aspects of my embodiment that were able just to catalyze to the next level. My ability to speak once again, to communicate, to oversee many different projects, to oversee so much different work that was coming up. Relationship triggers that were coming up between my beloved and I were then easy for me to hold that space as my beloved is processing her trauma, without the same reactions in my body systems that were holding us back from even being able to deepen into the next layers of our own union, and to come together to create the next foundation of service for all of our family. This gift and what was being processed was one of the greatest gifts that I could receive. And this is why it became apparent that for any one of our family that's wanting to truly embody all that we are, it's imperative to be able to go through the work that can clear out these records on an energetic level that we specialize with. And then to have a brother such as Kevin that specializes on the physical component to get these pieces out, that allows our soul to do what we already know we are able to do, and to make that into an energetic reality here and now for the highest good of each and every one of us on our path. So upon leaving, the level of clarity, the way I could feel connected to my body again was just phenomenal. It was just something I've been calling out for so long, and I recognized that this is that peace that I had been looking for. And it's something that I know that even with this is an ongoing process to fully heal our bodies and bring us into a state where we can truly be free from the pain, from the trauma that's held in our cells and mitochondria and our organs and our fascia. And so it's something that I am so unbelievably ecstatic for the opportunity when I get to go into these next layers myself. And I am so honored to be able to have those that work with me to be able to recommend that when you are ready to have this assistance, to come work with Kevin. This process is life-changing. And if you found him, or if you found this video of me sharing this, trust that there's a reason why this is being made available to you now. Trust your heart, trust the guidance, and just leap into this. If you've been on the fence, just trust the unfoldment and allow yourself to receive the support that is here for you now. It is one of the greatest investments that you can ever make. In my opinion, it is one of the greatest investments you can ever make into truly coming into a state of joy, happiness, peace, and alignment that can catalyze you on your soul destiny path. So I just want to say thank you so much, Kevin. And I want to say thank you to each and every person that has made this a possibility for us all. And I want to say thank you to those of you that are trusting yourself to heal all that you are so we can be here in our greatest embodiment to serve ourselves, our beloveds, our family, our community, and all of our family that's awakening across the planet. So thank you so much, my beloved brother. No words can express how grateful that I am for this. And I'm so excited for everyone that has the opportunity to work with you. I am so ecstatic for the next time that I get to come and go through the Holistic Optimization Retreat Protocol. Thank you once again, brother. Aloha.